Hello everyone, my name is Gabby and this is my research presentation paper on benefits of running for exercise as opposed to lifting for exercise. What drew me to this topic was when I was little, I never really liked running. It just wore me out and I didn't want to do it. But when I got older and I started running in high school on my own around the neighborhood, I was surprised by how much better I felt, how much stronger my legs were, and I ended up getting better sleep at night. So all around running for exercise for me improved how I felt more than any other workout that I've ever done. And I hope that whoever sees this presentation will want to take up running as well. So I'd say that in today's culture there's a huge emphasis placed on having big muscles and that muscles equal perfect picture of health. Whether it's in magazines, advertisements, protein shakes, protein bars, etc. Um, Advertisers, they use these people to want to draw people in to buy their product. I think that people will see the big muscles on these people and want to take their medicines and their supplements so that they can look like them. But looking big on the outside, yes, it can be good for you, but it's not everything just to look good externally or have big muscles on the outside. Your internal organs, they also need as much exercise as your external ones. And so running for exercise, they can accomplish both your external and internal organs. It can exercise them, and it is more beneficial than weight training. It's also works better for your endurance, it's safer for young children, and it exercises the muscles in your legs and your entire body as well. So what happens to the human body when you go out for a jog or a run around the neighborhood? So it's easy to assume that the legs must be the ones doing all the work. They keep you upright. You flex the muscles every time you pick one leg up and put the other one down. But actually, all muscle groups in your body have to work together in order to properly run. So first, a runner propels himself forward using his calf muscles as seen in this picture right here. Then he extends the leg forward, flexing these muscles called the quadriceps in the thigh. So now we're getting up into almost to the hip area. Hip muscles shift weight from one leg to the other, so it keeps both legs doing work, not just one leg is the one that's carrying all the weight. Then the core muscles, the abdominal muscles, and the shoulders help keep proper posture. It's very important to keep good posture while you're running so you don't injure yourself. So this lady, Carly Milhone, an editor of Greatest.com, she argues that lifting weights does more for metabolism than cardio. And see down here, metabolism, whole range of biochemical processes that occur within a living organism, is commonly used to refer specifically to the breakdown of food and its transformation into energy. So let's say eat some cereal for breakfast, then you go out on a run. Metabolism is the breakdown of the food you just ate transforms it into energy you can use on your run, and you end up having enough energy to get you through, let's say, a 30-minute jog. That is metabolism. And so Milhone says here that lifting weights does more for metabolism than cardio. Um, it keeps you burning more calories. It keeps burning calories all day, as opposed to cardio only having you burn calories while you're actually exercising. It seems like a big win for the weight training side, but Milhone also admits in her article that cardio workout burns more calories than a weightlifting session. A shorter cardio workout actually burns more calories than a longer weightlifting session. Christine Luff, who is a Roadrunners Club of America certified coach, she says running at a young age is very beneficial. Teaches you important life skills that you can use much later on. Teaches you perseverance, not to give up even when you may not feel like continuing to run on, or you may hurt everywhere, but it encourages you to keep going and pushing through a situation that is hard. It's easy to incorporate games into running for young children. You can set goals for them, have them run a certain distance or to a certain time, and once they reach that goal, they can earn a fun prize or get a fun treat. So completing goals, learning valuable life skills, having fun, running can be very beneficial for young children. Gretchen Reynolds, who is a health and fitness writer for the New York Times, published an article about 2 studies, one done in 2013 and one done in 2019, that contributed to more of what scientists know about endurance and how it affects running. So metabolomics, a new field in the study of measuring metabolites, and metabolites are the substances needed for metabolism that exist in internal tissue. In 2013, a metabolomic research study found that those who exercised frequently had higher levels of good cholesterol and proteins. What the study failed to address what kind of exercise was performed by the people in the study. It only tested how often these exercises were performed. This brings us to the 2019 study, where people found that people were tested for endurance versus strength this time, and they found that men who had both good and bad performances in the endurance category had nearly all the same good cholesterol and protein ratios, while men who performed good in the strength category had as much as 2/3 variance in the ratios over the men who performed badly in the strength category. So the study shows that endurance by running affects metabolism more than strength does. So, which workout is better, or in the end, what can people take from this? I believe that it's not about which workout gets more recognition, but it's which one accomplishes more for someone, which one is more beneficial. In terms of resting metabolism being safer for children and stamina or endurance, weightlifting falls short when compared to running. Even though today's culture is enticed by the bulky man or woman on the magazine covers, the deeper issue here is how exercise affects someone personally. Does it make them feel better, or does it add to their stress and injury? Are they exercising because they want to challenge themselves to reach a new potential, or because they want to look like someone that they saw in an advertisement? I believe that when deciding which one has a better muscle workout, calorie burning, family involvement, and increased endurance, it is better to hit the streets than to hit the weights. Alright, here is my works cited page. I would like to know more about where I got my information from. I look forward to the questions or advice that you can give me, and thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my presentation.